Welcome back everyone. Today we are in the Giants editor and I am Jewel, and as you can see we're kind of over here kind of near the beach area, near the water. This is a surf shop and this is like a pizza restaurant or what have you. We hadn't finished all this yet. I want to set up something starting here. I have a building selected. It's going to have things added to it to make it look better, but it's just a building that the game already had on Elm Creek, so we're going to grab it. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on Edit after I highlighted the building I want, because I want to take it out of this group, and I'm going to hit Cut, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom of the list and click at the end of the list and click edit and then paste. Or you could do the shortcut, which if you click up here you'll see what they are. Control X and or if you're pasting it's Control V as in Victor. So just remember you can always click here to do certain things that I say. When I say Control D as in dog, you could come here and click this if you didn't want to do the keyboard thing. Like if you got a keyboard problem or something don't work or whatever, you could use this as well. And then Control B is this one. So you could click this right here and it would do the same thing as the Control B, which is as in boy, which is moving, say, a tree from one spot to another. Like, you click the tree, you point to here, Control B, and then you left mouse click. Well, you could just come to here, edit, interactive placement, and then click where you want it. But we'll just move that here. So now we're going to Control B as in boy while it's highlighted and get it over here, left mouse click, left mouse click. Then we'll hit Alt and hold it down while I press the right mouse button and drag myself down. Let go of Alt to turn with the right mouse button, and here we go. I'm saying that for some new people because sometimes they don't see the other videos where I showed that. So alright, so this is the building I want. I'm thinking about making it a pool hall. P-O-O-L-H-A-L-L. Pool hall. With pool tables, etc. Now I may have to make that in Blender if I choose to. I don't know, we'll see. Or I may just make a sign for it and then let your imagination do the trick. But this is what I'm doing, and I might duplicate the building to make it bigger and make it look a little differently. So we're going to check that out real quick. We're going to probably make one more of these. So we're going to, with this highlighted, see it's highlighted? Make sure you have the whole thing, not part of it. If I just have this part, I don't have it all. You need the whole thing. And we're going to hit Control D as in dog, or go up to Edit and click Duplicate, okay, while it's highlighted. Alright, now we're going to situate the buildings. I'm going to look and see where I want them, and I'll have to fix the ground. So we're going to go ahead and see. So alrighty, so let's back up where we can actually see. So we're going to come across a bridge, then we'll be on this road. Once we get here, we'll go ahead and put it here. So let me look at the building and see. So we're going to want the door in the front. Oh, I got two. I need to move it. We'll just move it over a little bit. Like so. Click back on the other building. Alright, let's line it up with the road with the door in the front. And check it out. See how far away it is right there. I'll go a little further just so we have a way to turn in and have parking. That should be okay. Probably gonna want to put it about right. Just basically go to your doorstep here and just get it exactly where you want the level to be. So I'm okay with that. And let me check the angle to the road situation. So we're going to turn it. So what should we put it at? Maybe we should try 2, see what that looks like. I think that looks okay. Let me look a little closer. The road's obviously not in yet, so we could tweak anything once I put a road in. If it needs to shift in any angle or what have you. So we'll worry about that later. Now I'm gonna make this area here probably move back some, but first I'm gonna come down, and actually what I'm gonna do is delete this one, and I'll show you why. We're gonna click on it, and we're gonna click delete on the keyboard, and then we're gonna click back on this one, and we're gonna duplicate it again while it's at the exact level that it's at. Control D as in dog. And now I'm going to leave it at that level and drag it over so that I have it at exactly the same level without me having to maneuver anything or do anything. And now I'm going to take it and rotate it. Okay. Now we'll fix the ground. Don't worry about the ground. I'm just having a look and seeing what I can potentially make this do. Now I want to make it look right if I do it. So you could ram that up into here. And let me see. Problem is it's going past the top of that. So if we did butt it up, it's not going to really situate the best way. Let me see what it looks like on the end. Let me see. Pull it over. Let's see what it looks like. Obviously it has a door on this side if we chose to do that. Okay, so it might not look so good. We just gotta look at it and see. See what we got here. Alrighty. So see, it's gonna come into the building in an awkward kind of way. We could line it up pretty good, but see how that's sticking through there? We'd have to have that back further. But will it look bad? See, that's the problem. Is if this roof was at a different level, it wouldn't be too bad. Let's click off of it and just see how that's not going to look right. Okay. Alright, let's click back on the main group, pull it over a little bit. What we could do, let me see. How about we delete this one again. Try one more thing. Highlight. Alright, Control D as in dog. And then we're going to just go straight back and see if we can do a double up and how that looks. Because see, that'll match up a little bit better. And we'll just come right up to this point here. Right there. We'll probably have to spin it, but we'll see. We got the windows. And we have 2 doors. So that ain't too terrible. Let's just see how that looks. Okay. So we would have to come up closer there. I would have to look at it in game to know for sure how it's going to end up actually looking. You know what I mean? To test and see if there's any issues with it like that. Because if we back off too much, we're going to have a little alleyway, which we could do. It could make sense, but then you don't really want that if you're trying to, you know, give it a different feel for the pool place. Let's see. Let me see. I don't have a problem with it hitting that other one. I just want it to match. I think that matches pretty good, honestly. Let me see. I feel like that looks fine to me. I feel like they just did it as a design. So I'm gonna leave it for now. Obviously we would put a sign and would put a pool table. We'll just have to see. I already made one pool ball. I don't know if I want to do all that in Blender, at least not right now. It may be a while before I do every single pool ball in Blender. But I can. I just, right now I want to focus on this map. I don't want to be making stuff in Blender, because then if you get sidetracked on Blender, you're going to be in there all the time, and you're just not going to get anything in here done. So I don't want to do that. I want to focus on getting buildings in, getting the ground situated. All right, so we can put a sign here about it being a pool hall. I still think we need something. What do we need? Let me see here. Let me see. I wonder. I'm just going to test something. I don't know that I'm going to do it because sometimes it causes flickering and problems in game if you put things within things. We'll see. Control D as in dog. And then I'm going to slide this over to the center. I think that's about the center. Just testing something. And this may be an issue, like I said, because of how the angle and the distance and all that is. Just looking. Are we on that one? Yes. Okay, so that hits there. Okay, I see. That's what I was trying to watch for. Then that has this cement thing. So sometimes it breaks down and you can, you know, separate that. That'd be cool if you had an upstairs door just kinda. It's like, whoa, what's that? I mean, you technically could do it, but it wouldn't look right without it being square here. Um, I'm just looking to see what we got here. So, then we would have a massive building. I don't know if I like that too much. Like I said, there's going to be probably flickering going on in game. You'd have to test it and see. It looks like that's landing too much on that too. Let me look back here. Okay, that view's not terrible. This one is the issue is these. Let's click off of it. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna work out too good. We ain't gonna do that. Alright, well, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. These have overhangs. If it was squared up, it might work better. You know, you could deal with it better. But I think these don't look too bad. But like I said, I'd have to look in game. And maybe I'm just making too big a fuss over a pool hall, which could happen. Let's see. I don't know. I kind of don't like it like that. I'm thinking about moving it. Where's my other door? Over there. I'm gonna move it and see something here. Put that at 0. Try that. Let's see if it's any better. Alright, we got that at 0. Or I must have accidentally hit 3. Whoops. Alright. Now we're gonna bring this down. And I'm gonna put it right at the end of this. Bring it over. Bring it here. Try to line it up pretty good. Get down where I can see in between there. Alright, get over here. Butt these buildings up. Something like so. I think they need to move up a bit. What in the world is that? That don't look right. That must be the grunge thing. Yeah, it is. They have a thing called grunge on these buildings. Now that's pretty tight to that spot. Let me see. Now that looks pretty good because it's longer for a pool hall is what I'm thinking, you know, because it's usually a lot of pool tables. I think I like that better. And then, excuse me, we need to put them into a group. I could do that. I'm gonna just do the old-fashioned way. I'm not gonna do the command, but you can do that. But I want to drag it in there real quick. Let me see. I want this one. No, I don't want that. I'm gonna hit the middle scroll wheel. You see this transform group? I'm pretty sure it's just a transform. I don't think I didn't do anything with it. You know, I better make a new one, cause what can happen is I forgot if I was using it to mark territory. So make a transform group. You can title it pool hall, uh, whatever. And then once I do, I'm gonna take and click on this top building, press the middle button on the scroll wheel, and drag to there and let go. Do the same for here. Click on there, press the middle scroll wheel, drag to there. Now they're both in there as one. Okay. And so now if I click that, I can move it. But I made another mistake, and everybody knows what it was. When I made the transform, I forgot to bring it over here instead of leaving it at 0. But what I'm gonna do, you can leave one at 0 if you want. It really don't matter. Let me see what I want to do with that. We could just put a transform group in it and then move it. Let's put the transform control B, put it right there, so that when we grab that, that's where it's at. And then we're going to just call it, we'll call it pool hall, but we'll add something to it. Pool hall group. We'll just put group. And then once that changes, we'll put it in the pool hall thing, and we'll then take these and drag into there and put them in through the middle scroll wheel button, and now we have that one. So we can click there and it's zeroed out, but then we can also click here and move it individually. So if I want to move it like that. Okay? You don't have to. You could have moved that one, but sometimes people say, "Oh, you got to leave it zeroed out." Sometimes it does make a difference. You need to, and a lot of different things you're using, mostly scripted stuff. But in this case, don't really much matter, in my opinion. So now we're gonna get in there, check the ground. Looks pretty good. Hit the sculpt mode. We're gonna smooth this out. Make sure it's on smooth if you haven't already. Got the right mouse buttons on smooth here, as you can see. Press it and then just smooth all this out around the edges here. We still got to finish this row. We're not fully finished with it, obviously. We're just fixing this little spot back here, make it look a little more natural looking. And I think we have a pretty flat spot here. Let me check it and make sure. Looks pretty flat, don't it? Or do we need to flatten it? We might have to flatten it. Let's put it on the replace feature if it isn't already. It is. We'll go down. We're going to hit Control R to grab this spot right here to make the rest of the level that. And now look, you can see it coming down when you press the left mouse button because it's on replace. When we hit the Control R as in Richard, it gave us these numbers, which is what we're using. So if I put it back over here and I want that level, and I hit Control R, you'll watch the numbers. They pretty much stayed the same. It took away one little speck on it. But basically, there you go. Now I need to click off of it, roll back out where I can get up a little bit to see. We can bring this back. We don't want to come all the way to the road because we want that little, like a little area where it kind of sneaks off into somewhere. And we'll just go right up in there, make sure it's flat, for at least for this building. And now we're going to hit the right mouse button over here and knock this down. We'll be changing it a little bit as we go. So in this case, we just want it like that. We're going to hit right here a little bit. And I think that's good. We got a little pool hall place. Like I say, these windows here let you look in. So if I do make a pool table, see, we'll have a spot in here. We can make an office if we had to. And then this one has a little bit more area there. I think the other one had one down here, like pretty far. Yeah, it was decent. Well, I guess they're all segmented out. So the pool, each room's gonna have a separate place you go to each pool table, I guess for private pool table event or something. But we can put up a sign. We're right here by this hill, so when you come into the beach, you can see the pool hall place, and be like, "Oh, let's go play." Or they can do it on the way to the beach. They'll be like, "Oh, look," and the kids and everybody or whoever wants to play pool. And so there we go. We already have a surfboard place, and we'll probably make like I said, a surfboard or different signs for it. We'll have to make a pool hall sign, and then either put part one here, and then like an actual billboard somewhere. We could paint some of the parking. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and paint, uh, at least the ground area. We're not gonna do all the decorating and all that. That's coming later as I go down the line. So let's go ahead. We've got the building in place and we're ready to go. We're gonna put a sign probably here somewhere, and we're gonna put probably like a tall sign out here. We're gonna have to add the way for it to come in. Now I don't know. I guess we're gonna bring it all the way to the road so they can turn in at any point, and then we can always add something like a planter box or something over the top of it, even though we painted it all. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go pick out what we want. I didn't want that. Let's pick this. Let's see what we got here. Um, hmm. I don't want none of that. What else they got? How about concrete bricks? Let's see what that looks like. Oh, well, let's do that. I like that. Let's go to the back. We're not going to go too high. We'll just try to keep it and go a good square back this way for parking. So remember, it's on replace. You can do that or put it on add to paint. It's either one. It'll work. If it don't work on replace, just put it on add. And we're going to squeeze it on over here to this area. And remember, I can put however we want to do it. We can change it. And if I don't like this, we can change it later. So, okay. And we're going to turn and go this way in a minute because we got to get over there so we can check it. So let's go see. Okay, so some of that comes out to the road like that. So let's just see what it looks like. We may have to do something different here, but for now we'll just stick it there. Turn. Get down where we can see. Okay, so that's gonna have to be fixed. So see, that's gonna be too far. Okay, so we're gonna pick the grass, Control R's and Richard, and then we're just gonna knock it back down. And we're not gonna go that far. And be careful. And there we go. And try to get this knocked back up here a little. Like so. We'll come over there in just a second and fix it. Okay, so there we go with that. I'll hit this Control R on this one. Bring it down. Knock it over a little further. Like that. And we'll go back to the back and see. We may even have to flatten this a little more. You look at it, it's still not right. So we might even have to put grass there and take that away. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll need to do that, or we'll have to fix the ground or move we may have to scoot the building down if we don't like it. So let's just pull this back a little off of this hill till it gets back flat. Looks like it's about right there. We'll put it on the round brush. It's not going to help much, but we'll see. Put it back over here, and then just kind of, it's not going to do a whole lot for us, as you can see, but we'll see how that ends up. Like I said, we can scoot the building down if we really want this flat and we don't like that. We can scoot it down. We could put in a curb and you won't be able to see that. Alright. That's pretty straight. Like I said, I'm not worried about all the minor details right now. These are all little things that are pretty simple, so they won't take long when we want to do it. Alright, let's get this coming on back. Pick the paint one and put this back on square and move along. Paint this right in. And we could go a little further if we want, but we don't want to go too far because we got this hill. Or we could go back a little further with that, but I don't think I want to do that far. Let's go back up a little because we don't want to get crazy with it. As long as we got parking, that's our main goal. How about we go back to about right here. And we'll just knock that down. Click back on here. Bring this away. Click back on the grass. Get that away. I think we're good there. Let's check. Get this last little corner here. And we'll be all up. Gotta get the other one again. We'll be all set. We'll fix it, don't worry. Gotta jump back and forth till you get it. Alright, I think that's good for this. We'll situate it more if we need to later. We're checking this corner out real quick. Not bad. Looks okay. Alright, so now we have our spot. And like I said, we'll have parking. Some over here, some out front. We'll put a sign up, put a billboard or whatever, and or a pole or whatever sign come, entrance sign, whatever you want to call it, and we'll be all set. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna call that an episode here. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.